Sorry to keep you guys waiting, guys. I did not realize what time it was. My sincerest apologies. Hey, good morning. Ben, what's going on? Sure some of you guys saw I did end up getting the email for my TopStep funded yesterday. It's up piano. And I don't know why. I get a little too anxious whenever I get a new account. Yesterday morning, I said on stream, even if I get the email today, I'm not trading it until tomorrow morning. I just couldn't stay off the charts. And I ended up taking a trade, ended up taking a losing trade. Of course, the trade ended up being a massive loser, which kind of made me frustrated because now here I am starting a funded in the red, and then I took a couple more and just made it worse. So I was pretty pissed that I did that, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it now. We just gotta grind it back. I think I was down a couple thousand for the rest of this week. I'm not even going to go show so I have the TopStep account here. I'm not showing the money. I'm not going to go over, like, we're just taking the one trade each day and go from there. I cannot focus on the money. I'm just going to take the same trade I take on the AMP account, on that account, and then we'll go from there. What's up, Wayne? I can still trade the account, obviously. I'm still going to trade one mini on it, but just sucks I got to start in the hole. But that's what we did on this AMP account back in September when we started this live account. Started off bad and grinded it back. So no doubt that I can do it. It's just frustrating. Yeah, thanks, Ben. It's as you know, this can't even talk. I'm frustrated. It's just frustrating that I knew what I needed to do. I wasn't supposed to trade it yesterday. But that goes to show I'm doing the right thing on the AMP account with the scaling plan, because yesterday I took a setup in the afternoon on the TopStep with just one mini. The setup looked really good. I was very confident in it, but some setups just are not going to work. That's just trading. That's just probability. There's no setup that's going to be 100%. And yesterday, that probability was a massive loser. It was like a 60-point stop. And that's why I'm changing my size on the AMP account. So that way, even a 60-point stop is going to be the same amount of money that I set out to lose. So yeah, it's all good. There's no rush on it though. We got the funded. It's just the one-time fee with TopStep, so it's no big deal. Just trying to mark out some things. So new week opening gap high and low. And then we have this new day gap. An end dog. And we got one up back here. On this morning, I looked at the charts. I peeked before like when I woke up, and at 8, look at how we respected this. At 15-minute, I saw us going up towards it, and I was like, I'm just curious to see if we respect that or not. Could have shorted anywhere in there. Never broke the high of that gap. But we're coming right back into this new day opening gap. Alito. $100 lot. Damn, we got everybody in the house. All right. We got weekly and daily zones or whatever marked out. Oh, Donkey, he shows up a little later. He's not usually here first thing in the morning. Let us have a nice start to the trading session before we start dealing with his humor. $100 lot. No YOLOs. We don't YOLO. New day opening gap. New day opening gap and new week opening gap. So far, since Monday, we've been respecting this guy. My eye is drawn to these 3 lows. Below that, we have the new week opening gap with a 1 hour BISI. And up here, thought I saw something. Doesn't matter. We're not looking for a ton of points. We're looking for moves that we feel like we can call. You're going for it. Uh-oh. All your accounts looked in pretty good standing the other day. At 35. Good luck. Five minute. We may be going lower this morning. 5 minute, we got this like higher high right here, displacement past this guy. When the candle that makes the displacement goes through a swing and then forms a fair value gap and then forms and then retests it. Boom. But I mean, it's obviously working. Do we hit this swing and turn around for 100 lot, or do we go to this one down here? Yeah, Delta, that when things like that happen, I don't know how you can say it's not an algo driving this. I saw that spike and I know it was because of earnings, but it's a little interesting how, I mean, look, got a fair value gap right there. That's the 1 hour. And if we draw a fib on the whole thing from that high to this low, went right, we came back up in between the 50 and wherever the hell that one is. But yeah, that's a little eerie, right? 50% of the candle that made up the 1 hour fair value gap. You're telling me buyers decided to stop buying and sellers decided to start selling right there? So I guess 100 lot is in his position. We didn't take out the low. Came right to it. Damn. Under a lot, I'm assuming you took your profits. I know you don't typically hold for a lot of points, but I mean, that gave you 15-ish, right? Like I was saying, my eyes are drawn beneath these lows right here. We have a gap with a new week opening gap. We have a bullish fair value gap over here on the 1 hour with new week opening gap down here. I think I'm seeing the same thing that you were, Delta. So yesterday we had that first trade that we missed because I was trying to draw out too many damn things and get that limit order in. I realized I keep drawing the fib first and then I draw my position on to get the halfway, but since I'm just trying to get in on the halfway mark, it's easy enough to just I can just put this on without having to do that, and it's already in a 1-to-1, and then I can just move these and just make sure that that center is 1-to-1, and then or move this to where I need it and then get in. It'd be a lot quicker. No. Damn. It's a tough call, especially right there at our open. You don't know if it's going to keep going or not. Wish there was a better entry for me to short that, because I was kind of thinking we came and took out these lows right here. Being drawn towards this new week. This new week gap. But we'll see if we get something set up down here. Wish these would stay in view. Damn, Tyler. Do you short this gap up here? Can't remember what time frame you use, but very nice. It's a risky, that's risky, brother Jason. What were you, just curious what you were buying on? Why'd you buy 687? Hey, Wayne, nice. Speaking of Apex evals, they're doing their 90% off again. I'm not gonna buy any. Ooh, you've been in since pre-market, huh? I like that. I like that a lot. I don't need to feed my addiction habit by buying more evaluation accounts if I don't need them. I'll just use that buy them when I don't have anything to trade. But right now we got AMP, TopStep, and that Apex funded. They're all funded. Apex is just on life support. I don't know if I can use any of the news events this week or not. Looks like we probably could have traded it on this move. Oh, I hear you. If we were going to turn around, I would expect it to be around this area. But I don't know. Still got all this displacement on the weekly. The volume imbalance right here. Not that we're going to go down there like this week, but look at I got to start paying attention more. I mean, we've had these drawings on here, but we had a displacement into the new day opening gap, came back up into it perfectly right there at the top when I was expecting downward movement. But if I stuck to my 1-to-1, I would have shorted and then covered 10 points later. trying to. I want to eventually. I want to get back to these moves because I like calling them out. I like having the areas of interest and stuff, and seeing how they all interact and play. But I really need to stick to that 1-to-1. Oh, you're crazy, all right. We could be turning around anytime in here. 1 hour fair value gap. That's where we stopped. Stop at 640, I hope it works out. Tyler, did you have you taken your money yet? I would think the next draw on liquidity would be all the way down here. The fact that we have this new week opening gap, I think that's a I think that would be a good spot for this turnaround, but who knows? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Jason. It's not looking good. Hopefully you kept your stop though. That was a very risky play on you. Damn. Got this little swing right here on the 5-minute that we violated. You're in an admin meeting, you just have it's on mute. Take profit was at 514. Damn, you think we're going all the way down there, huh? Yeah, we do have equal lows, but that move took out the liquidity there. So, I mean, we ran up pretty far from that. So, guess it could be time to go sweep those. Got this up here. We never took that out. I thought we have some type of news at 10. New home sales. I don't know. I can't imagine that having a huge impact on Nasdaq. Alito, I know you hear me. How you doing out there? It's all right. No trade is better than a bad trade. That's right. Now we wait. Oh, we're just up to trading. Man, I hope we go to 514 for you. That's insane. That's Tyler, are you just planning on holding that all day if we, go back and forth as we normally do? All right, I think you move your stop, don't you? Gotcha. I hope 515 is in the crosshair so Tyler can get his money. Question is, do we go there? Do we make a beeline straight for it? I have to be careful on days like this. Usually what typically happens is I get sick of watching this. So then I just get in on a fair value gap. And usually that's when we are not willing to go further. And then I get stopped out and I get aggravated. I need to just, if we're making this move down, I need to wait for displacement up. Just look for a 1-to-1 and take it and be done. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. Right. I don't feel like I've missed anything yet because I haven't. I had, areas marked kind of wanting the market to go lower, but I didn't see anything that I would have. What I'm looking for, I haven't seen. We're respecting fair value gaps all over the place. Just have to remind myself, if I wait, I will get a clear setup. Yesterday, the trade I took, I guess, met my criteria, but I don't think it was like an A+ setup. And I get off the charts. 2 hours later, I glance at them and spot like perfect setups that, yes, it's in hindsight. However, I feel very confident had I seen that, had I waited and just been patient and seen it play out, I would have been able to spot that live. So just have to remember, can spot good setups. I just need to have the patience to wait for them. ICP. I don't want to answer that. It's basically where it was yesterday when we got done. It's at like -22 or -2300 or something like that. But as soon as we see a good setup on AMP and we take it, we will mark it in on TopStep with our take profit and stops. It's an inner circle posse. Joseph, if you're talking to me, I wasn't watching for any setups or looking to get in before market open. I was just marking my charts out and then trying to determine a bias, which clearly we got right. I just didn't start looking for a setup right away to get in on that. Cone killer, I probably not. I have three accounts, so there's no need for me to I don't need an account right now. And with this TopStep funded, I just proved I can pass them. Like, I passed that in 12 days. So 70%, 80%, and 90% off. I mean, you're only changing by, it's not that big of a deal to just pay the 1 month fee. And as long as it's on sale, I'm not paying a full price, but I can, if I need an account, I can pass one if I just stick to my goddamn plan and have self-discipline. I get so frustrated if I have a meeting in the morning and then I miss trade time. Anytime there's a meeting, I request that it's in the afternoon. This would be a baby trade, but I mean, it's something. So I think this will be quicker than having to draw the fib out and everything. Just put that on there. Make sure it's 1-to-1 at least. I'm going to, if we get in a trade, I'm going to take 1-to-1 on this account. If I get in a trade on the TopStep, I kind of feel like I could aim for this new week opening gap. But we have displacement after making lower lows. This displacement took out this swing. That meets everything. There's a chance though. Not going to come back. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, this is a I would look for longs as we make lower lows and then displace up. So thinking of, oh my God. Oh, it's 10 too. Or stop at the lows. To 64. I'm kind of banking on that these that things are still going to be respected even though the news is out. We got close to 55, Alito. Damn. I assume you took a long before 10. You got out. You got out just in time. Now this doesn't look good. However, it's a valid setup. As much as I'm struggling to be in this, I mean, I have to. If I see a setup, I have to take it. If I pick and choose and I skew results. I really like the idea of us coming up to this. Oh, gotcha. God, I really think we go up here. Nice, McLovin. At least I'm not alone. That was a scary trade to be in. But I just gotta trust it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, then it works. I really think though, if we were to hit the take profit, I really think we go up to that, at least to that new week opening gap. Yes, I sure did, Alito. I sure did. It's scary. That was scary. My palms got a teeny bit sweaty there. Like, what did I do? I just have a way of getting in like these freaking crappy holds. Market can be moving so fast, and then as soon as I get in a trade, it wants to consolidate. That's what happened on that trade I got in yesterday. We consolidated forever. Not closing it, Alito. This is a valid trade, so I either my stop gets hit or my take profit gets hit. One or the other. It's the high of this 52. Need to turn the fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. Just racking up, trying to rack up those 20 take profits, huh? Come on, man. This week has kind of sucked so far. It's already Wednesday. I really don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with a losing trade, but I need to. We were doing fine, Umar, and then we got into this trade, and now I'm rethinking life. But we're gonna let the market decide our fate on this. Doesn't look good. I know you guys can see that, right? It doesn't look good. Come on, we're not really gonna respect this fair value gap, right? Because this gap did not take out any swings. This gap did take out a swing. We got a swing right here that we displaced up and through, kept going. Yeah, that's true, Tyler. This one was just scary because of how fast it moved down to tag me in, and then it started to keep going, and I'm like, why did I take this right at 10? Come on, Umar. Why you want to see low swept? That's where my stop's at. Only an inversion fair value gap if we go lower, right? Come on. I don't care if this goes lower, just let me get my trade first and then you can go lower. We're only asking for what, 32 points here. I'm not asking for a lot. No, 22 points. That's nothing. Tyler's over here taking out 300 points out of the market. Nasdaq can't just give me 20. Banking on this shift in market structure with a fair value gap. So, I mean, I think we're creating this false support. So yes, we could go take that out. I just want the market to maybe rally up and take out any trailing stops first and then go down. That would be great. I mean, I'm either going to be down 230 or up 230, so damn, VWAP's all the way up at 710. Only choppy because we got in. Delta, you hit that. You nailed that perfectly. Well, one, I suck at dealing with red trades, but it would just be extra sucky today because we didn't trade Monday. We took a loss yesterday after we missed our opportunity. And I did damage to the funded. So it's like I can't deal with another loss right now. I just can't do it. Oh. The only thing that gives me hope on some of these strong moves is like we don't create fair value gaps on every candle. So I'm like, all right, come on, we got to retrace that now. We're going to take lows. It has to. Because the position was that's where I wanted it to get filled. I don't care how it got filled. It was a valid setup. And I believe the news just moves the markets quicker. It's not going to do something it wasn't going to do. If we didn't have the news event, then this move down could have just taken, 5 or 10 minutes. So I still would have gotten in regardless. I don't like that it's creating all these equal lows. Alito, it sounds like you want me to get stopped out. What the hell, man? The good thing yeah, that's why I don't like putting my stop underneath the fair value gap bar. I like putting it at the swing. And it worked for me the other day. We came like 2 ticks away from stopping me out, and then it was a winning trade. I don't have that confidence today. The good thing is that we went in this week risking $250 per trade, but because of contracts and stuff, we're only risking $237. So technically, didn't even hit my. I'm not even going to hit my my max loss. Technically, is $250 per day. I don't know if Wayne. I don't know if you can tell my anxiety, but yeah, you got that right. I don't know why I'm freaking out. Like, this is why I have my stop there. Like I said, it's been a rough week, so I don't want to just keep adding to it. Now we've got 2 bearish fair value gaps. I'm fine with this trade. I really am. I mean, this is a clear setup. What I'm looking for. It sucks. It was a little choppy. Sucks. It was right at the news, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I used to also Wayne, but I'm just going in on him. I appreciate it, Umar. Doesn't feel like it like this week. I've just been making mistakes and stuff, but we're getting there. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm excited to share the announcement next Wednesday with you guys. So Wednesday, whenever we're not in a trade, we'll talk about what I have to talk about. Right, Tyler? I really try to, I mean, it's obviously difficult when you're in a trade, but I try to just ignore the movements. Sometimes I even just go up to a higher time frame, so I'm not watching all these little movements. No, we're not having nothing personal. No. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. I hope you're wrong, 8. You pronounce that many? Thanks, Russell. I'm hyped too, Tyler. I think it's a very good idea. It's an idea I started thinking about Friday. Then I started thinking about Saturday. And then I was like, you know what? I need to do this. But it makes sense to talk about it. Talk about it next week. I just couldn't contain myself, so I had to at least put a little hint out there. Appreciate it, Umar. You guys are really trying to help me out on this trade, but I'm doing fine, I promise. I have thought about doing like little a friend of mine and I talked about doing kind of like a podcast style just occasionally, but it could be something like that where we talk with you guys and stuff. I don't know. I haven't given that much thought, but you saying that made me think about that conversation that I had with him. Good for you for scaling down. I struggle doing that after a losing trade. I don't think I need to do that with this scaling plan, because every trade is going to be a different amount of contracts. But we will have to go back to $200 trades if I take too many more losers after we scaled up. Brother Jason, so I've been just changing my strategy here and there, not by a lot, just minor adjustments. I'm trying out this whole 1-to-1 more for the risk management, but I'm logging all of my green trades and logging how far they run. That way, after like a month or two of assuming we have like 20 to 40 green trades, I can look at the data and see how many kept going, and then I can decide if I want to start letting them run or not, or just start aiming for like 1-to-2s or 1-to-1.5s, or just do 1-to-1, take half off at the one, move the other half to break even and let them run. Like, what? We have all this quick movement. We just plummeted. As soon as we get a setup, then this has to happen. I have to stick to this risk management, this strategy for my self-discipline. When I allow myself too many scalps, and I just start taking too many impulsive trades and start making bad decisions. What I'm worried about is that we created this floor. I'm worried that it's going to go a little bit past that and then run up. Yeah, that's a good thing with micros, Tyler. You have more flexibility unless you have like a massive account and do that with minis, which that's the plan. We will one day. One day we'll be like, we'll take 10 minis off right here and let the other 10 run and see how much more we can get out of this trade. Yeah, I like that, Tyler. That's what I want. I want to work my way up to that. I just need the data of my live trades first before I do that. But I'm keeping track. Like I said, I'm keeping track of these trades. So if this is a winning trade, then later I'll come back and look at the charts and see how much further it went and write that down. And then let's say I have 40 trades, I can look back and see how many would have worked out if I held to a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Hopefully a reversal, I think, right? I don't even need a full reversal. I just need it to go back up to that right before the news. We tried. Like I said, it was a valid setup. Just didn't want to work out this time. Why couldn't we just go to the highs before it did this? But seeing all these like this was just the market building a false support for now. I mean, obviously we could keep going lower. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we turn around here though. It's a little too late, Tyler. We got stopped out. What's really frustrating this week is that stupid trade I missed yesterday. I was supposed to be green yesterday and I freaking wasn't quick enough. Down 247. Because that move was too quick, so we got filled a little lower than where we were wanting. Which means we took a loss on this guy too. I don't even want to look at that. That's just been a whole big disappointment. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you mean. Damn it. But now the real hard part comes, and that's staying out of the market for the rest of the day. And then I start thinking, do I need to switch stuff up? Do I need to change my strategy? Should I try a different setup? Right now, what's going through my head is I've been aiming for these 1-to-1s at the 50% level. if I get in at OTE, which they don't always offer an OTE entry, but if I do keep my stop there, I could potentially get 1 to 2s pretty consistently. I think I'd have to back test that. At the very least, 1 to 1.5s. Probably could get 1 to 1s. I don't know. I just got to deal with a losing day. Just so frustrating after yesterday. We'll probably get an even clearer setup right here. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is that I feel like there's always a clearer setup versus the one I take. Yeah, I think I need to try to get to 2R as well. I do like what I'm doing right now. I'm just having a hard time in this very moment because of yesterday. Yesterday, I had a winning trade. I just didn't get in quick enough. It started leaving, because I was messing around with this stupid short position and then having to right click it and create limit order and just making sure that the risk was correct. And by the time I did all that, the market already hit where my entry was and started moving away. And it ended up working. Then I ended up taking a losing trade after that. And then I came back later and saw there were much better setups that I could have and should have waited for, but I was too eager to get back in after missing that trade. Anyways, so Monday being no trade, Tuesday being a missed trade, which led to a red trade, and then today just that sucks. So with this plan, it's only 2 days left. I can only be break even on this week. Just taking one trade tomorrow, one trade on Friday. But yes, if I wasn't doing 1-to-1 and I was aiming for 1-to-2s, I don't think I would have gotten a 1-to-2 on this trade. It would have been close if I did the OTE entry, but there's no fair value gap down here. McLovin, are you still there? Did you get stopped out, or did you get out before that happened? Nice. Well, good for you for holding, sticking to the plan. Sucks. I really don't like red trades. Now that we swept the lows and we had this move up, makes more sense to continue. $6.10. This gap right here, I was just looking at that. What I don't like is that it's not, I hate when we have these wicks like all over the place. I mean, it's below the 50% of this move. So, I mean, if it came back, that, I mean, I would, I mean, it's up to you if you want to take that, obviously, but I just hate when they're like that. They look like that. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I just hate when you have like the minute candles. We have 3 that are all kind of overlapping. Then we displace up. Then we come back and almost fill it in. I don't know. I prefer, let's see. Trying to see if we could find an example. I mean, that looks better, I guess, but I don't know. $30-second. None of this really looks that good. I think it's best to stay out at the moment. Look at all these wicks. Like, it just looks messy. Not saying that it can't work out, but in my opinion, the 2 minute looks pretty. 2 minute looks good. Under lot. Took a losing trade. Just struggling with trying to let that be my one trade. Damn. Weren't you down earlier? Sucks. Delta. Here's our push. 2 minute looks pretty good. It's in an offer of 50% retracement, but all those candles respecting the fair value gap. I mean, it doesn't matter now, but It's not my week either, Delta. I'm right there with you. Gotcha. It's too good of an offer when it's 90% off and you just pick up a bunch for pretty cheap. That's good, Delta. Like, that should be the main focus every day. Wait for a valid setup, take a valid setup, and then let that setup play out. That's what I did, although it freaking sucks when it doesn't work out. But I mean, I did what I was supposed to do. I just feel like I constantly get in on, not constantly, but often enough that I get in on trades that are just, or setups that are a little sloppy. What I was looking at this is we came down, made a low. We came up, made the swing high. We came down, made a lower low. But then we had this chop 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 minutes, then displaced up, and we did break that swing. So we technically have everything there. I just prefer it to look better than that, and I can't get it through my head that if it doesn't look really good, just wait. I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, I'm kind of thinking that we're going down to Tyler's target. I mean, we had the move back up into the new week opening gap. Look at that, right at the 50%. Have a good day, Delta. We'll sure we'll talk to you on the Discord later. You're making the right decision. I am struggling right now with trying to stay out, but nothing looks good. It would be one thing if there was like a decent setup, but nothing even looks good, but I still want to get back in. Yeah, it's tough, Tyler. I mean, we moved so far, now we've just been consolidating. It's got to be hard to just keep holding instead of just saying, F it. You just got to do what you feels best. I don't know if I would want it. I don't know if I'd leave that on just for me personally, because I'd just be thinking about it all day instead of just taking what I'm at. I don't know what the hell this market is doing. I mean, 650 is pretty damn good. I think you did the right thing, Tyler, because once you start thinking like that, if the market runs up, you're going to be pissed that you didn't get out when you were thinking about just closing. Now, it could keep going lower, but the worst thing is that you just left money on the table, but you secured your money and secured your emotions. Right, and you got plenty of trading days in the future. I mean, that was over 100 points you took, right? You're tight. kind of thinking of leaving the charts open and just glancing at them every once in a while. And if I see a really nice setup, allow myself to take it. Yesterday, there's been a couple days now where I see really right here. I didn't take this because I wasn't watching it, but we had a clear high, low, higher high, displaced down, entry. This is beautiful. Like, this is what I want. But then when we're sitting there watching it, we get these crappy freaking movements that are like borderline close. And Tyler, I thought that on this TopStep too. I was doing so good and then made some mistakes yesterday. I just thought you wanted to make sure I see it. Got a high, low, higher high, making some displacement. The fact that that happened right around the new week opening gap. See what the next couple candles do on the 2 minute. Oh my God, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try if we can get a setup. Ale, are you talking about this bullish one or this one that's forming right now? You in that drawdown. We can come down here, hit this gap, come back up, hit this one, and then continue going lower. The 1 minute didn't offer us an entry. We came up, made new highs in the new week gap, displaced out and down out of it. Just a little. It's just a little break, Umar. If we get this trade, it's just one extra trade today. Might not even come back, and then I didn't break anything. I just think that this is a very high quality setup coming up into the new week opening cap and then displacing out of it. Great. It may not give us an entry though, so we came up to like the 50% of that move. Oh yeah, you longed here, right, McLovin? I can't remember what time frame you use, but I mean, there's a gap there on the 2 minute. That's right at OTE. See, when you get two conflicting setups like that, like which one is going to be the... You could probably squeeze some money out of it, but I'm thinking that that displacement out of the new week opening gap is going to prevail. Okay. Yeah, I like the 5 minute. If I don't look at it often, but when you see a setup there, it's pretty strong. That was... I'm gonna be real pissed if that's all it gives us. Close enough. Oh, let's see if I get punished for this mistake. If we lose on this trade, that means McLovin made money, so I'll be happy. Are you serious? Not that it would have changed my temptation of getting in. Made a mistake. Oh, goddamn. Well, McLovin, I'm happy for you. Yeah, I mean, we were looking at this long back here earlier. I was just thinking that coming up and hitting the new week opening gap and then displacing out of it, I thought that was going to take precedence over that other move. But yes, this was a good setup as well. And that's what I was saying, is that when you get two conflicting setups like that, you got to just go with the one that you think is the one that's going to hold longer. So that spike back here that came up to the center of the week gap and then going up and filling it and then displacing down, to me that indicates we're going to just keep going. But the market always has a different plan. I appreciate it, McLovin. Thanks. It needs to be like I lost like $250 on that trade, so $250 drink. I mean, had this been a green trade, it's just reinforcing a bad habit of mine of where I keep trading when I say I'm done. So maybe I'll struggle a little more next time and not continue trading, because I obviously would much rather be down 250 versus 500. Now I just got to go rethink everything. I know, Umar. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. I knew the consequences. The setup back here, like, again, it's just one of those setups that just wasn't in my favor to work out. But there's nothing in here that said I shouldn't take that. Yes, there is. We do have a Discord group with a few people from here. I'll throw it in I'll put it in this chat real quick. Hold on. There you go. And again, that trade I just took, we came up and filled the new week opening gap on a downward trend day, made a high, low, higher high, displaced down. I mean, that's like textbook. Yeah, no problem. That was a textbook setup as well. Again, just one that wasn't going to work out. And I shouldn't have taken because I already took my trade today. If anything, this one was kind of ugly looking. Should have waited for that one. Damn, Alito, I never thought I'd see the day where I take too many trades and you stay out. I used to wait for reactions off of them, and I just kept getting in worse like a worse spot for my risk, obviously, because now it's already moving away from you. Honestly, my only mistake today was taking an extra trade when I said I was only going to take one trade a day. Both of the setups were valid setups. So there's nothing wrong with the setups. Like, some days they're just not going to work out. I mean, if I take 100 trades, I'm not going to win 100 times. So all I need to do is focus on my emotions and my self-discipline so that I don't risk more than I need to every day. Unfortunately, you guys got to see firsthand, it got the best of me. Had I ended the stream after the first trade, I would have kept trading. Like, I was going to take another trade today. But now I have 2 losing trades when I should have only had the one. I'm most definitely done for the day, and we'll come back tomorrow. I was pretty pissed because this week just sucked. Oh, Alito. Like, look at this, is nice displacement. Come back 50%. We got a candle, 2 bodies basically respecting it. Nice 1-to-1. And I have to get in when it's this garbage movement. I don't even care if that one plays out or not. I don't need to. I'm curious though. I don't need to put that on myself. That, oh, now you can pick out a decent trade. I need to just be done and get off the charts. All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you all thanks for sticking around, and Umar, thanks for trying to make me stick to my plan. But myself got the best of me. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.